border of the mighty Mississippi, a couple of states tied together through history and a couple of schools that share some common ground are going to lock horns once again in the battle for the Golden Boot. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on another SEC rival, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Razorbacks will put total weather to crank us up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So LSU's offense will get the first crack at it here. The Razorbacks had their way in this rivalry game the last time they took on the Bayou Bengals.
That was a statement, too. I think a lot of people thought Arkansas could win that game, but they didn't know they were going to blow them out. And that really helped Arkansas in the recruiting trail, and it's really helping them with their confidence coming into this one.
They did. Arkansas used that full boot. They took care of business. They destroyed LSU. And I like what you say about that, Jesse. Recruiting right next to each other. This means something to these guys. It's a big deal.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. They're working that left side. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Got his man. He has a knack for taking away the tackler's leverage. He's out to the 34.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up. 3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. There he goes! And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got to burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out, but to be able to break on the football when it's thrown on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
He'll pull it down. Ball's loose. And he was able to get back on top of his own fumble.
Woof. Deep breath. Big sigh of relief. He's able to recover it. You know, you put that thing on the deck, you start to panic. But great job getting back to the fumble, recovering his own fumble. Otherwise, whew, that could have been bad.
Quick release on the RPO. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. The give on the inside. Running to Green. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
This opening drive has been all offense. Really good job. Nice scripted plays, taking advantage, strung together a nice series. But here's all that matters for defense. We don't even care about yards anymore. Can I keep him out of the end zone? Great job right here. Step up, get a stop, force him either to kick a field goal or get no points, and this drive is still a success.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Caught near the sticks. It's Cobb. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Makes the grab on the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before they'll recycle that down marker. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Cobb. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys...
Touchdown, Razorbacks! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions, but I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
The play action fake. Caught behind the line. It's high. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. Makes the grab. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the break. Arkansas has the lead. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Gets off his first one of the day. He was called on 5 times in the victory last week. He's got great speed. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. A A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick. You can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on them. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. Breaks into the open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Well, LSU receivers are known for their swagger, and that is swagger well earned after that one.
You go outside and you make plays. Like, listen, you have swag, you have confidence, and you
can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. And I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The last time they punted it went back for 6. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Gives it to the back on the draw. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. They get him down at the 49, but not before he picks up 15.
Well, he shows you his speed and his power on that run. As far as I can think back to, Arkansas football always comes down to being able to run the football on offense. It's about grinding and wearing the opponent down. They always seem to be able to recruit outstanding athletes at that position. This guy is no different.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Looking downfield on first down. A strike downfield. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. And the Razorbacks moving quickly to the line. Powers forward. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Arkansas. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Release to the back. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks.
You talk about going on the road and making a statement. 27-0. Hostile environment be dang. You talk about home field advantage. Well, it hasn't worked. They have come in and had answers and started this first half as good as you possibly can.
LSU 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense has...
Turning it on! He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. Starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. This rivalry picked up steam when the Razorbacks joined the SEC, and man, some of the names that have had moments: Darren McFadden, Felix Jones, Matt Jones, Joe Burrow, Justin Jefferson, all of them. Oh, and the ball's out after that big play. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Puts it out of the air. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here we go. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Cobb. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple 1st downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Oh, he makes the catch. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football.
Touchdown, Arkansas! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And this is blowout city. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
LSU, 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Some rivalries forged in excellence, some in geographical proximity, and that's what we have once the Razorbacks join the SEC. Someone had the brilliant idea, we need a big golden boot that looks like the two states, and it's one of the most hotly contested rivalry games of the year.
And big is the right word. It's 4 feet tall. It's 200 pounds. It's 24-karat gold. Palmer, this is the trophy you want to win. There's some bad trophies out there, but this boot is a big deal.
It fills your trophy case. It's got girth. It's got weight. You appreciate that. I know everyone's going to say, no, Italy's the boot. No, it's not. Louisiana, Arkansas, and the Golden Boot Trophy. That's what it's all about.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Here's a heat. Trying to make magic with his feet. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And he rushes it right through the uprights. It's good from 59.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier.
Got a little room. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
These are the plays that don't show up in the stat books, right? Like a great job. Look at him. He does an awesome job. Instead of taking the sack, clearly wanted to throw the football, scrambles around, get some positive yards. It doesn't go down as a huge gain, but these are the plays that get you W's.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around. Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. If you're starting like that, now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around.
Touchdown, Razorbacks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Number 17.
Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Off the play fake on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Handoff from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Hauls it in, looking for space. And the returner will be brought down. And Arkansas ready to send out this. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the zone. Fire.
Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense, kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Got his man. There he goes. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Firing to the right, complete. How much lingerie is this guy going to leave on the deck as he gets it down to the 25? The Razorbacks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Finds his man. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
That quarterback has a hose. That dude could throw it to a car wash and not get it wet. Great job of putting that ball on a line to his wide receiver.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get him on the ground, but not before he drives it to the 10-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. He's got his man, makes the grab. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it 1st and goal. Use the play fake, now to throw. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Trying to find the end zone. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
And they've moved their way down, but still they need 2 more yards. Can they bang it in with the running game on 3rd down? Touchdown, Arkansas! The offense cashing it in on that drive. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss.
Arkansas 56, LSU 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. And how about that play by the free safety? You sort of got the feeling somebody's band was going to be playing after that one. Big gamble by the defense.
Yeah, and great job timing it up and catching them off guard, bringing the blitz. It is. Now, you say that because I get it. It's high risk, high reward. That time, high reward, getting the sack.
That's the end of the quarter, and Arkansas has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires one high and deep. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Under fire. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. On the move at the 30. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like, and they're taking advantage right now.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's got it on the run. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. And the Razorbacks are on the move. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw again. Going for 6. Touchdown, Razorbacks! Fit it in the window for the score. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Arkansas. The defense putting points on the board. They've now extended that lead, and they're trying to hang on for a Week 12 victory.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the fourth quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming.
And his passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Off play action on first down. Rushes on him. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds. As long as it passes the line of scrimmage, we go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And what a great moment for that young man right there. That's his first career interception in college football. He's a guy that's worked so hard. He wanted to make an impact for his defense this year and comes up with a massive play right there.
Now he's going to glide away from pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Oh, better look out. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Tigers come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. They'll snap it on first down from the 35.
Come on, set.
Go up top on first down. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. Power football with the run. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. Utah State is being humbled today. There's just no other way to say it. A complete and thorough thumping. They're trailing by 25 to San Diego State. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but 2nd down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Rolling right and going deep. Makes a grab for a big play. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Razorbacks getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions had them staring at 3rd and 10. They get to him as he throws. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
And the quarterback's showing a lot of toughness on that play, being able to focus downfield with all that pressure coming right ahead.
They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Skips away from pressure. Makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And the defense gets the big 3rd down stop, creates some momentum. Hey, I don't know if they're going to go for it on 4th down, but the defense is continuing to fight, continuing to hustle, continue to fly around. Like, these are positive signs from a group that you know needs to continue to grow.
Converts on 4th down, still going. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And they say play to the final whistle. This offense took it to heart. Scoring late, maybe they could have wasted the clock. They made no doubt about it. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead.
For the extra point.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And the pass falls to the ground, and the ball game is over. The battle for the Golden Boot belongs to the state at the top of the boot as Arkansas takes down LSU. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.